But I'll quickly highlight some of the things that we have been doing. So some of the funds activities include we would provide broadband support, internet support for our government agencies, our public sector agencies, and that includes our libraries, our high schools, our police, and our health facilities, right? Uh, and post offices included, right? We also provide, well, we have also provided support for our municipal corporations, and as we speak, we have another team from the Universal Service Fund that is doing a handing over ceremony for items that we would have provided to the municipal corporations to assist in building out their network infrastructure and putting them in a better position to participate in our National Broadband Initiative and our GovNet. And speaking of our National Broadband Initiative, the Universal Service Fund is also the major funder of the National Broadband Initiative. And to date, we would have budgeted well over $1 billion, and that's a billion with 9 zeros. And this year, we would have budgeted $1.2 billion additionally. So, right. To ensure that that network and that GovNet network is in place and is utilized. And we can see, I see we have Adelphi Primary, and Adelphi Primary is actually one of the schools that are benefiting or will be benefiting from that connection. So just to point that down. All right. Now, in addition to that, we also do what we call our public Wi-Fis. Now, our public Wi-Fi is our effort to provide free internet access to parks and green spaces and major thoroughfares island-wide. And to date, we have 23 such sites online. In St. James, you have a public Wi-Fi site at Sam Sharp Square. Right? Now, by the end of the financial year, we should have a total of 29 public Wi-Fi sites, and we'll be doing commissioning ceremonies right throughout the year to ensure that everybody is fully aware of that facility. Right? We also have, while we're here, our community. Okay. Well, indeed. Right. Good. Right. Right. Now, our community Wi-Fi is why we're here today, and our minister would have charged us with commissioning 189 in the first batch of sites that we would have deployed, and that equated to 3 per constituency, and we would have launched 3 such Wi-Fi sites in St. James East Central, right? And I'm sure our minister will elaborate on that when he brings his remarks, right? But by the end of the financial year, we will have established an additional 126 Wi-Fi sites island-wide. And that, again, as I mentioned earlier, is no ordinary feat for a very small agency like us, right? And not to delay, but it would be remiss of me not to mention our efforts in upskilling our unattached youth, and we do that through our technology advancement program. And to date, we would have trained well in excess of over 1,000 students in digital, roughly about 1,500, correct, right? In digital skills, EDPM, networking, computer repair, etc. This year, right? So this year we have just shy of 300 students, right? 300, right? That we have through our residential component and our commuted component of the program, and they are being upskilled in programming, web development, and mobile application development. And that is to ensure that we have assisted in building out and reducing our digital poverty that exists. So again, if you would like to learn more about the funds and its activities, I would invite everybody to look at our internet presence, which is at www.usf.gov.gm, and our social media presence, which is at USF Jamaica for X, formerly Twitter, and USF Jamaica for Instagram and Facebook. And Again, on behalf of the Universal Service Fund, I bid everybody a good afternoon, and I will turn over to our Master of Ceremonies again.
Thank you very much, Director of Project. You did me proud. Give him a big, big round of applause. All right, Miss Antoinette Forbes. Antoinette Forbes. Social Development Commission. Give her a big round of applause as she comes.
Thank you. Honorable Minister Edmond Bartlet, Councillor Magan, CEO of the Universal Service Fund, Dr. Daniel Dawes and his team, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Mr. Marlon Campbell, principal of the Adelphi Primary School, specially invited guests, residents of Adelphi, good morning. It's actually afternoon, good afternoon. I bring you warm greetings and best wishes on behalf of the Social Development Commission. I truly consider it a privilege to be a part of this gathering as the Universal Service Fund hosts another community Wi-Fi launch project. The community of Adelphi is one of the communities in the Adelphi development area, which comprises of 4 districts, namely Paisley, Content, Lima, and Glasgow. It falls within the parish council division as well, the parish council divisions of Somerton and Rose Hall. Saying this to highlight the fact that this Wi-Fi access point is central and pivotal, and as the neighboring communities will also benefit from accessing the internet. As we are aware, technology has become increasingly important, and as such, efforts should be made to expose our people to knowledge and innovation. So let me pause here to personally thank the Universal Service Fund and our political representatives for the effort that they have made to make today possible. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Before I close, I just want to reiterate the fact that technology has its pros and cons. So I'm encouraging residents to use it in a positive and efficient way so as to enhance your creativity and communication, networking as well, and use it as a way to make some money. As for our children, please use it to facilitate learning and further your educational pursuit. In concluding, I want to leave with you that the internet is paramount in today's technologically driven world. So if you use it wisely, it can be beneficial to you. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you very much, Madam SDC. Again, you would have done Dr. Vernon justice. Give her another round of applause. Thank you very much, Lady Forbes. Marlon Campbell, Principal Marlon Campbell, Adelphi Primary. Give your principal a big round of applause as he comes.
Thank you, sir. Students, clap again, please. Nobody else can do that today. Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. It's my great pleasure to be here celebrating this momentous occasion as we embark on a new era for this community of Adelphi. As we all seek to embrace this new initiative of implanting new and much needed technology in this area, and also by bridging the digital divide, we definitely want to express our most sincere gratitude to all the stakeholders who aided this cause in making it a possibility. I want to say thank you. As principal of the Adelphi Primary School, I speak on behalf of my staff, my students, and parents in welcoming this massive gesture, as it will undoubtedly benefit us all from being able to now undertake simple tasks such as just sending a WhatsApp message or even viewing a TikTok right in our community to more massive and important tasks such as basic research, whether for our business or for school. And as I mentioned, school, unfortunately for my students who live in this particular area and will be benefiting from this added new technology, I want you to know that you have now been provided with no excuse. No excuse for doing your homework, no excuse for completing your research assignments, and this extends to all the students from all the other schools in this community. As you have been granted this upgrade in your community, which gives you the opportunity to access information all across the world. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. I want to also implore the residents of this community who have been granted this remarkable gesture. So, as Ms. Forbes mentioned, to use this technology wisely. It is a public network, so you should already know, but let me reiterate the point that you are to use it wisely in keeping your private information private. It's a public network, and you are not supposed to, or not should, or you should not, and your public information or your private information on a public network. Okay? I wish also to thank Minister Bartlett and his team for granting tablets or ICT devices to our students. Students, give a fair round of applause. Thank you. This decision is greatly appreciated, and I'm sure it will allow our students additional help in journeying far in education. The community of Adelphi now has a little buzz. Yes? A nice little buzz in terms of having technology at our fingertips. Want to say thank you and good afternoon, everyone.
Give Principal another big round of applause. Thank you, Principal Campbell. We will do all that we can to provide you all the support that you will want for the ICT space. All right. Let me at this time invite Inspector Beckford, Inspector Beckford, to come and give remarks. Give Inspector a big round of applause as he comes.
All right, good afternoon. All right, sound like you have lunch already, right? No? You guys sound energetic, man. All right, so Honorable Minister, Dr. Dawes, CEO, Universal Service Fund, uh, members of the SDC, uh, community members, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring greetings on behalf of SSP Ellis. He's on way. But my name is Inspector Beckford. And let me say that this project is a welcoming project to the Adelphi era. As you would have heard before, it will go a far way in aiding you in your everyday activities, especially in your schoolwork. And what I think that we are hoping for is that while you're using the internet, is that you use it responsibly. It can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing, just like fire. Fire is good in that it can cook your food. but it can also be bad in that it can burn down your house. So we have to be very responsible in how we use the internet, right? A lot of you might have issues now getting on to do your schoolwork and so on. So I'm certain that this particular initiative will go away a far way in solving some of those issues. So that is it from me. Take care. Right, indeed. You have to try ensure that you protect those devices. Do not expose them unnecessarily because there are persons who might see them and want to take them away from you, even if they don't have any use for it. Because that is how thieves are. They'll steal anything.
Thank you, Inspector. A big, big round of applause. Thank you, Inspector. You may never reach. All right. Thank you very much, Inspector. We work very closely with the police, and I want you to work very closely with the police. What are they here to do? Protect, serve, one more. That is right. What is your name? What is your name, mother? You sound bright. You will answer all my questions. All right. Let me at this time invite your hard-working counselor, JP, Marco. Say it louder, man. Of which division? Surmerton Division. Give Counselor Mark McGann a big round of applause as he comes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. All right, so I have two options, and let me explain the two options. The last launch we had, rain fell, and I had a speech prepared. So I wouldn't mind doing the both speeches today, but that will depend on the greeting I get. So if I get a loud greeting, I'll only do one speech. If I don't get a loud greeting, I'll do two speeches. So good afternoon, one and all. So you want one speech, okay. All right, Member of Parliament, our own, Mr. Ed Bartlett, Reverend, welcome, Mr. Dawes, CEO, our own Mr. Beckford, the JCF, and his team, and the team that is here with us, and Universal Service team, Mr. Campbell, our principal extraordinaire, doing great things at Adelphi. Great things. Can I get an applause for Mr. Campbell? Yes, of course. I would not even forgive myself if I never mentioned Ms. Forbes. Ms. Forbes is also our SDC officer and who is doing a marvelous job. We have had a resurrection of nearly all the CDCs in this community since Ms. Forbes has come. Wonderful job. The Summerton one and so on. Definitely an asset to us. All right. To the task at hand. It says community Wi-Fi launch. And that word that sticks out to me is not the Wi-Fi. It's actually the community. Mr. Samuels, should I yield to Mr. Samuels? It's actually the word community that sticks out. And what it is, it means that it belongs to all of us. There's a song that says, all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. Lord God made them all. So it belongs to all of us. Sorry. All right. So it belongs to all of us. And one of the things about something belonging to all of us, what it means is that it is for the use of us to better our community. Our Member of Parliament has coined a phrase that is said, building the human capital. This is just another tool that you guys can use to enable your own education, to build yourselves into a better person. As a matter of fact, Mr. Dawes, Sirdi, I was called to the fence just now, and Miss Mitchell said to me that I must portray her thanks on behalf of herself and her office next door for the use of the Wi-Fi launch. She said since then, it has been a great asset, including for herself that she's now doing her degree program during the days. And this assists her in that. And also, I know she's standing there and she's giving me the eagle eye because she's saying that I must tell the community that not only in terms of assisting with education, but also assist the post office with some of the services that they have to offer. You know, your bills now come on your telephone, so your JPS bill, your Paymaster bill, all of those bills come through the internet. So these are some of the things that this Wi-Fi will assist us with. So the gentleman from Mr. Beckford said that it's a good and a bad thing, but these are some of the good things that this Wi-Fi will assist with. So I implore all of you to use it to enhance yourself. It can be an enhancement to make money, to educate, to help you, the community, to build your community. Let's use it for that. And again, sir, on behalf of Summerton, Summerton Division, I want to thank you all. And thank you for this opportunity and also for the Wi-Fi. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Give Councillor another round of applause. Right, I see my very good friend and brother, Superintendent Samuel. I'm going to ask him to come and bring greeting. Give him a round of applause.
All right, good morning, everyone. Or it's afternoon now. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, my apologies for being late. We had a little emergency dealing with. I'm going to be very short because I'm going to leave the longer address for SSB Ellis, who is on way. One thing I can tell you is Universal Services Fund has been a great partner for the parish of St. James since I've been here last year, April. The amount of Wi-Fi launches that have taken place in St. James, Sir Dawes, by almost every month, you're all over the place. I think you know everywhere in St. James now. And I'm sure that our minister, Bartlet, Councillor McGann, this won't be the last. I'm sure that based on their mandate for the division that they hold, is that they want to have connectivity right across. So one thing I'm sure of, that all the persons here on this platform, they are in support of connectivity right across. But the greatest thing I want to let you know today, that the biggest gift that the Universal Services Fund is giving to the St. James Parish and the St. James Division, they are helping us to set up a monitoring room that will be used to aid our crime fighting initiative within the parish. So be able to access Jamaica Eye there so we can watch what's happening. We'll monitor our vehicles, monitor what's happening right across the division, and we believe that this will greatly aid our effort. And just want to welcome Senior Superintendent Ellis, my boss, and I can tell you that we are both elated for this, and I know that Mr. Dawes has some additional goodies with him today for us. So want to thank you, Sir Dawes. Thank you, Universal Services Fund, for what you're doing for the parish of St. James, and I know it will go a far way. Thank you.
Give Superintendent Samuel a big round of applause. Like, this seems to be the police. I'm going to call it the police launch. SSP Ellis, your time, come.
So he said it, afternoon to you all. It's a police launch, but it's not the police launch. Don't say it's the police launch. But we're happy to be here. I know Mr. Samuels would have covered the areas a while ago. And every partnership with the communities that we serve as the police department, we are very happy for it. And we see where this thing is going now. I have to allow the truck to pass, and, change a few gear and pass, and then we get into it. So we appreciate this, and I know Mr. Samuels, you would have told them too that the police department will be doing all that we can to protect the infrastructure around what is being installed here today. So we are going to do what we can. Recently, in the same zone, we caught quite a few persons cutting down some wires that prevented all of you inside a year from having internet and all type of things. The police officers were very alert out there. In the wee hours of the morning, they caught some persons cutting down the wires and tampering with all the service that you would have inside here. So I just want to say we support the Universal Service Fund and their contribution to you. And whatever is installed inside here today, just know to yourself that the police department will be doing all that we can to ensure that no one vandalize the infrastructure, whatever equipment is in place. And it is for you to take care of it. And if you see anybody tampering with it or trying to do anything to it, feel free to call the police as quickly as you can. I won't keep you for much longer. I know you want to see the launch, and I know all of you want to get happy with using your phones and this. So thank you for having us, and all the best. All right?
Thank you very much, SSP. Give SSP another big round of applause. He is the man that is in charge of all the police in St. James. All right, at this time, let me invite the Adelphi Primary School to come with their item. Give them a big round of applause.
There's a brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you stand and face your lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you stand and face your lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you stand and face your lover, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like partner, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. There's a brown boy in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown boy in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown boy in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. Then he skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. Then he lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he stand and face the lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he stand and face the lover, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. Now, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. There's a brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown girl in the ring. In the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. Then you stand and face your lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you stand and face your lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you stand and face your lover, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. Then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. For she likes sugar and I like rum. There's a brown boy in the ring. There's a brown boy in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown boy in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. Then he skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he skip across the ocean, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. Then he stands lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he stand and face the lover, tra-la-la-la-la. Then he stand and face the lover, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum. Then you weep. Now, tra-la-la-la-la, then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la, then you wheel and take your partner, tra-la-la-la-la. For he likes sugar and I like rum.
Very good. Give them a big, big round of applause again. Very good. Sir Campbell, doing a good job. We're going to make sure, Madam Kelly, that these children get a little something. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the best part of the program. You are going to be hearing your member of Parliament. None other than the Honorable Minister Edmond. No, I do under, I 5 or 6. It's 5 years so, and some up so. It I go to run about 9 now. And I tell you, Minister Bartlet is one of the hardest working member of Parliament. Give him a big round of applause. And Blue Dot said, or says he is one of the hardest minister of government. Give him another round of applause. And I'll tell you that Minister Bartlet openly endorsed this Wi-Fi program. And you know why? He has one of the best educational program anywhere in Jamaica. Give him another round of applause. And today, he's going to be handing out at least 10 tablets to persons of his choice. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep what you have. There are times when people look over people's fence like Naboth and want what Naboth has. And sometimes you don't understand that cow no understand the use of what until what, but you still won't lose him. That's right. Give your member of parliament, minister, the Honorable Edmond Bartlet, a big round of applause as he come to address us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dawes. Dr. Dawes is one of the truly outstanding Jamaicans that has dedicated his life to public service for many, many, many years. As a matter of fact, in the last 30 years, to my certain knowledge, because he's offered himself in so many different areas of service in communities across Western Jamaica, and even in the religious field, because he remains one of the pastors and leaders in the congregations across Jamaica. And we are proud of him because he is a man of the soil. You see, you nice little boys and girls here, think about Mr. Dawes, Dr. Dawes, Dr. Dawes. 50 years ago, just like you. And would have sat in a chair probably not as nice as this. And he built himself over the years. Yes, went to primary school like you know. And then went on to high school and went to college and teach. And then do degree. Not 1 degree, 2 degree, not 3. What are you preempting me for? If he wants to talk about himself, Reverend Brooks, don't you think he should come up here now? Anyway, I really want to say I'm personally very proud of Dr. Daniel Dawes. I want you to give him a very special round of applause. Because today, he heads one of the most significant and important national agencies within the government of Jamaica. And the Universal Access Fund is one that is making a huge difference, not only in terms of communication and connectivity across the different communities across Jamaica, but critically is at the forefront of the digital transformation that is going to make a huge difference in the lives of all of us here in Jamaica and indeed the world. So I want to thank you for the support that you have given to us in this constituency, for the number of installations that you have done, sir. Right? And I know there are more to come because we want to cover every community in East Central St. James so that the full connectivity can be had and the benefit that must accrue to all of you in terms of being able to reach others anywhere in the world and to be able to access benefits through that system, but most importantly, the security that it will offer for you all in your communities. I want to specially recognize the team of leaders that are here. And it's very important for you to recognize the leadership that is here today and to have our senior soup, who to me, I call him ACP, him no, I call him. And with him, Mr. Samuels, and then our own boss man right here in Adelphi Spec, and then our principal of the school that has now become an important cog in the educational wheel in this area. And Mr. Thompson, you're doing such a good job. I'm really proud of you. I want to thank you for the work. Mr. Campbell, let me where Thompson come from? Mr. Campbell, where Thompson come from? Was it Thompson Town? Anyway, thank you so much. And I see your handiwork with the performance a while ago of our young children. You know, I call him doctor. No, because doctor to me is not just an academic designation. It's a huge achievement in terms of service. So Dr. Reverend Brooks, pastor, I know him like pastor more than anything else because that's the real mission. That's what you're about. Pastoral work, right? Doctor does. It is about caring and taking care of the sheep, of the flock. Yes? And a pastor has a different role than a reverend. Not true? Yes. And he has been a real pastor in this era. Certainly, I came here 26 years ago and saw him. And he was at Bethlehem. And he's there giving the same quality pastoral work and service that he gave then. And I want to commend him and thank you for being here today, Pastor. Let's give him a hand. He's been chairman of so many school boards. So he has been inserted as well in the education program of the constituency here in East Central St. James. To the SDC officer, you know, she has now become part of the landscape for me. Antoinette, I can't think about development anymore without you. And she sat beside me while I was talking to her, and she didn't even bat an eyelid when I was talking to Ms. Huey and our new president of the CDC. And I was making the point that SDC and CDC are going to be the partners together to drive my new multi-purpose stadium in content that is now being built. And it's a beautiful addition to this community, and I want you to appreciate that. You know, except for Catherine Hall, that stadium is going to be the stadium where all the mega events, other than what happened in Kingston and Montego Bay, are going to be happening. So I want you to take care of it. You know, we're going to go there after this to see the progress because we're going to open it soon. And we're going to open our beautiful 60 million health center that is now completed and ready for opening. We refurbish our police station here, and it is attractive and exciting to look at. We are spending a little over $1 billion on the biggest and most ambitious water program for this constituency. And when we leave here, we're going up to Cedar Hill to look at our 400,000 gallon tank that is being commissioned to provide water for all the communities around here. Minister Grange is coming with me to look at Dumfries and the center at Dumfries to build out that facility because it started long time and don't reach nowhere. But I am not going nowhere until Dumfries Center is finished and look pretty and nice like Content Center that we just finished a while ago. So what we are saying is Adelphi I gave you my word when I became your member of parliament first that we are going to build up Adelphi into a major township in St. James. And that undertaking has not left my mind. And I'm not talking out of turn, but I'm telling you that a mega development of a highway from Saltmarsh through Adelphi to connect with the bypass that is being built is on the plans for 24. And I am going somewhere to make sure the money is provided, because I'm not going anywhere until all of that is finished and done. This town of Adelphi is being developed, the infrastructure is being put in place bit by bit. And so we're going to have a look at this square, and when the new highway is thought through and done, we're perhaps going to bypass the square and go a little north of the square so as to enable a new corridor to develop for the expansion of the area. Adelphi is equidistant from Montego Bay to Falmouth. In the next 5 to 10 years, the eastern side of Montego Bay, Rose Hall area, will see at least 4,000 additional hotel rooms. The development of more hotels in Trelawney, in the Falmouth area, we see 700 rooms now from Rio that will be open in May of 2024. And I'm going to London to meet with a certain company to discuss the expansion and the development of a new hotel next to Royalton in the Falmouth area. And then we have harmonization to come, and the development that the Keith Russell development, Amatera, has next door. So Trelawney and this area of St. James will have pretty close to 6,000 new rooms in the next 5 to 10 years. Adelphi sits in the middle of that kind of development, and I'm saying we have the land. We will have the water. We have now the internet connectivity. We have the security arrangement. We have the health facility. We have the community development facility with the multimedia stadium. And I think we'll be ready for new developments now in dormitory housing activity, because this is important. People will work in Falmouth and the hotels over there, and work in Montego Bay and live here in Adelphi and Content and Blyston and Dumfries. So we want to make this entire area the real dormitory area. New schools to be built. New housing, NHT is going to be expanding the housing program next door across there at Grove. They have another 125 lots and units to be established there. We are making Adelphi into the next important township of Montego Bay and St. James. And we are excited about that because we think that the history of Adelphi invites us to consider it for future. This is where a lot of the important decisions for the parish of St. James was made in the past. One of the first MLCs for the parish of St. James, Mr. Lowe, came right here from Adelphi. It's Adelphi. That's a little way down the road. And among the important free villages that were established after emancipation were the ones here in this area. Goodwill, Chatham, Blyston, content, Dumfries. All of these are free villages that were developed after emancipation. So around this Adelphi was a constellation of important new villages. We want to re-engage and resuscitate and re-energize the great Adelphi. And I don't like to borrow the words of everybody in the world, but I'm taking the risk of borrowing this one to say, to make Adelphi great again. So today's exercise to establish this Wi-Fi in the community, you have already heard how important it is, but you have also heard that every wonderful things in life have an upside and a downside. And this is particularly for the young people. Because you have a fertile mind. You are the ones who are thinking every day, thinking more and more and more. And they say that you have capacity to learn that is infinite, meaning to say there's no end to how much things you can learn. And one of the good things about this internet technology is that it gives you access now to information and data across the world. As we normally say, what this has enabled is for information and communication to move from the center to the peripheries, meaning to say everybody now have access and everybody have the ability to transmit information as well as to receive information. Now, what you do with the information is everything. And that's how the good or bad comes in. So we want you to use this access, this internet access that is being offered to you for a vast range of information that will come into you, to do two things. One is for you to absorb the information, yes. And secondly, for you to convert the information into meaningful and practical things that add value to your life and the lives of the community that you live in. The minute you begin to use that information for evil things and bad things, you stop adding value. And that's one of the reasons we are here on earth, to add value, to make life better for each other. So you've heard that this information access that you now have must be embraced with a positivity that will add value to the community of Adelphi, the parish of St. James, and this beautiful island of Jamaica. You who are going to be getting your tablets today, I want you to bear in mind what I just said about information access. And I know that there are negative uses and that that negative is very strong around you. But I want to warn you that this internet access also provides us with an ability to know more about what is happening in the community and to be able to track better the activities and action within the community. So don't think you're going to get away because you now have tablet. You can use it to do all kind of things. Put anything you want in TikTok. Put anything you want on Instagram. But more dangerously, spread falsehood. Say things that are not true. And I want the young people to get this one. Because if we develop that culture of using this great access that we have now for ill, we are going to have a society that is doomed to die. Look around and you will see the ones who are involved in this scamming and so on. You see how short them life is? Yes, probably they make money quick, but them dead quick too. We believe that you must make money and live, not make money to die, but make money to live. And so I want that to be the message to all of you to recognize. Let us use this to make money to live and not to die. In closing, I want to say congratulations to 10 wonderful young boys and girls. And we have picked you from grade 4 and grade 5. And you are from the areas of Dumfries, Lima, Content, Adelphi, and Goodwill. So I want you to come up now. Dr. Dawes, you ready with the tablet? And I want to ask Kelsey Burke from Dumfries. Okay. Come, Kelsey. We soon come. We have a little thing to do afterwards. But Kelsey,
You have to turn and look at the picture. Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Rihanna Samuel. Come, Rihanna.
MP, wait. We're going to begin the video.
You got yours? All right, come, Rihanna. For Rihanna.
In the camera. Oh, man, all right. Next, we have yes, Ferguson, Sapphire Ferguson. Next, we have Ramir Touch. Look happy.
Give him a round of applause.
Next, it's Tashery Graham. have tertiary. Oh, so look this side. So you're looking to the right first for the cameras, and then you're going to look to the back. Hold on, wait, hey, hold on, wait, yeah. Look to the right for the cameras. All right. Take it out. Look to the center. Look down. Smile.
Give her a round of applause.
Okay. Next is Nashon Griffith.
Give him a big round of applause.
Henrik Montague. Okay, we're going to ask all the recipients to come back to the front. Come back with your tablets.
Two little things I want to do. One, Dr. Dawes mentioned our education program in East Central St. James. And we really are very proud, hugely proud of our education program. And today, I am a proud MP because 10 of my children are graduating from the University of the West Indies today in the graduation program. Teachers from my area, social workers, nurses. And you know, the teachers are all currently teaching in the constituency because that is the undertaking that they gave to me when we gave them the scholarship. that they will come back and work in the schools in the constituency. And we are very happy that they are holding to their own. We have students in almost every university in this region. And we have them overseas as well as locally. And we have them doing all sorts of disciplines, medicine and law, and even pastors. Yeah. Yes, we have some training to be priests as well. Policemen, doctors, nurses, you name it. And that's what we do. So young children, I want you to appreciate that. It's all right, Upal, I will not talk about your daughter today because she just started her medical degree program at the University of the West Indies a couple weeks ago. Her daughter. So that's what we do. And finally, I want to help me, all of you to help me, to sing happy birthday to Jem. You know Jem? So I want you all to come and say, come Jem, come forward and let everybody see you. Jem is 16 today, right? Oh, Lorna Eccleston, Lorna. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jem. Happy birthday to you. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, guys. God bless.
Give your member of parliament another big round of applause. Doing a great job. Again, let me thank you. Vote of thanks to Zoom is Tashana, where are you? Tashana. Now mix up your name. Come, Tashana. Give her a big round of applause as she comes.
Our chairperson, Dr. Daniel Dawes, and CEO of the Universal Service Fund. Ms. Antoinette Forbes, Community Development Officer from the Social Development Commission. Mr. Marlon Campbell, Principal of the Adelphi Primary School. Mr. Vernon Ellis, Senior Superintendent of the St. James Police Station, and other members of JCF. To Councillor Mark McGann for the Somerton Division, Reverend Rudolph Brooks, to our Honorable Member of Parliament and Minister Edmond Bartlet, members of the media, other members of the team from the Universal Service Fund, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon. And I believe that I can say for all citizens of Adelphi that we are indeed elated for this gift that we have received today. And I use the word gift because it is something that we value and it is something that we will treasure. And in the community of Adelphi, we have so many essential services that are provided. We have our JCF persons that are right here. We have an health center that is close by. We heard testimonial from the post office team. We have the electoral office. We have schools within this community. And I can assure you that all these entities, and we also have business entities here, and I can assure you that all these entities have been benefiting and will continue to benefit from this new development. Even as community members, as we have heard before, we are now able to assist our children with homework. We are now able to access information readily, and we are just extremely grateful. And as citizens of Adelphi, and Christopher Martin said it, and he said it's a big deal. And we can say that Adelphi, we are a big deal indeed. We now have a refurbished health center. Well, a new health center. We have a refurbished police station. We have a one-of-a-kind multi-purpose stadium up in content. And now we have free Wi-Fi access. Ladies and gentlemen, we are accomplishing everything. And as Jordan Sparks said it in our song, one step at a time. And we are making positive strides in becoming the ideal community. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed blessed. And let us just make good use of this opportunity. And so I must say a big thank you to the team from the Universal Service Fund, our Member of Parliament, other political representatives, and to every individual that would have made this initiative a success. We are grateful and we do thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I cannot close this program without saying a special thank you to the hardest working person in East Central St. James, Miss Alicia Archer. Give her a big round of applause. Thank you very much, Miss Archer. This thing could not have been without your coordinating and managing the process. We thank you. Give Miss Archer. Stand up, Miss Archer. Let them and wave your hand. Make them see you. You're doing a good job. Thank you very much. When we leave here, we are heading to Paradise. Theodore. Right, Theodore Whitmore Kids Park. Those of you who enjoy this program, you can come along with us to Paradise. We are going to do the unveiling now, right at the front there. So, Mr. Jackson, please, do us. Mr. Jackson, go ahead, music. Thank you very much.
Universal Service Fund. So we tell them, we connecting the nation, internet and information. We connecting the nation.